and today we're talking about Skyfall. This is our guest, Andrew.
Hello, everyone.
I'm Marion Mason.
And I'm Jameson Borak.
Okay. Shall you start?
All right.
General thoughts? Or what's your history with Bond? How about you start with that?
I am a huge James Bond fan. I've been watching the movie since I was a little kid. Casino Royale is my favorite book. I live and breathe Bond. Even like the crappiness of Moonraker, the amazing grittiness of Casino Royale. There's such a history to Bond, and I just adore it. And I loved Skyfall.
You did?
It was a return to old Bond.
Yes.
I mean, Casino Royale was incredible. Quantum of Solace was a bit of a step back, but this is Bond for the 21st century. We no longer have to deal with the origin story. This just is Bond, and it makes me so happy.
And you had similar thoughts?
Yeah, to the movie itself, and I guess my history with Bond is, well, the first Bond movie I ever saw was The World Is Not Enough, which is a classic Pierce Brosnan movie. Just kidding. It's not
Christmas
that great.
Jones.
Christmas Jones.
Literally the name of a character.
Yeah, fantastic. But, I mean, it was my first, theatrical experience, and I was young enough not to see its flaws, so I fell in love then. Played the video games growing up with my cousins, all split screen. The Bond theme playing over and over in my head. But yeah, so hearing it on the big screen this past weekend when I saw Skyfall, it sent chills. It was great.
What did you think?
I love it.
I'm not the biggest Bond fan. I have seen a lot of the films. I saw Casino Royale and I liked it, but I wasn't enthralled by it like I wanted to be. Like I had really high hopes because
And they were met.
By Skyfall, yes.
Okay.
By Skyfall, yes.
Okay.
I was entirely captivated the whole time. I did know like who Q and M and all of the characters were, so I wasn't lost or anything. But this has definitely been the most like captivating Bond movie that I've ever seen. So I loved it. I did have a few tiny little issues with it, just like character-wise, not with the main characters, but with like the add-on characters. Mainly the girl. I always have a problem with Bond girls, and I think that's kind of part of why I don't get into James Bond very often.
I'll agree. I mean, a Bond fan, and I agree. This one creeped me out a little bit too.
Yeah, just like the entire idea of girls where it's like they say no, but they mean yes. No.
It's a little iffy. Yeah. I mean, the backstory of the Bond girl in this. It's not Naomi Harris, which I really enjoyed.
She was great.
She did a great job at it, but I just could tell that the character was not written. She was written as a Bond girl, and that's saying something. So
Yeah, I mean,
I always have a problem with that.
she was, I mean, for the small amount of screen time that she had, I thought she did a good job with it. And the character did have some depth there with the whole being a former child, like, sex slave. It was pretty dark stuff.
And
There was a twist in that.
Yeah, but true.
Yeah.
That part made me feel uncomfortable. No, I mean, the whole thing made me feel very uncomfortable. The fact is that Bond just comes up and, like, it's a little...
He just knows
But I mean,
her tattoo.
I don't know. It's
That's
a little
Bond, though.
It's like
It's always been a little
it's still
sexist.
pretty bad for Bond.
Yeah.
I think. I mean, like, they're bad because from Russia with Love, if you watch that, the way he treats women,
it's
my
awful.
God. Such a great movie. But except for those parts are awful. But the rest of it is so good. I really thought Skyfall was so much fun, though, because the thing is, these Bond films have gotten long. Like, Casino Royale is a very long film. It's a 4-hour film.
2 hour 40 minutes.
it's
I don't think
crazy.
I got through the entire movie, but I did watch most of it.
Yeah. And this is almost just as long. This is maybe like 5-10 minutes shorter than Casino Royale, but it does not feel like it. The pacing of this film is spot on. It takes you. It is a roller coaster of a ride. I feel like of all the Bond films I can think of in recent years, it makes me feel like you're Bond with how you go to these locations. And something else I really enjoyed about it is a rare example of Bond being in like just London for so long. Like a good portion of this film takes place in London.
That was one thing that I noticed that I really liked was how it was a lot of different locations, but within London and then just in Scotland, it was very weirdly refreshing to just see the gray, stark landscapes of Scotland right when they like first got there, when he and M first got there. It was just so peaceful, and that's so strange in a Bond movie to have a peaceful setting like that. It was very like eerie and kind of like amped up the like excitement for what's going to happen there because you know like something is.
There.
And this, I think the big reason we can state that is because of the cinematography of this film. My God,
Roger Deakins,
my
9-time
God.
Oscar nominee, never won.
This is the most beautiful film of the year. I don't think just of Bond films. This is one of the most beautiful films that's been shot, and I don't know.
It was really pretty.
Oh my God! For a Hollywood budget
fantastic.
film, it is beautiful, and we also got to see. I
was gonna say, like, just with the cinematography, there's a whole fight scene in Shanghai It's
Yeah,
like
oh
all
my God.
they're like silhouetted
That
with
was
like blue
great.
neon, and it's just like it's gorgeous looking.
Yeah.
It's really good overall. And
All
I
of the highlighting and everything,
Yeah.
like the helicopter shot over Shanghai right before it gets
Oh,
to
yeah.
like the shot of
It
him
was
in
just
the
like a
pool.
shot of the city.
I like could see everything, and I was like, "Look at the pool! I want to go to the pool." And then it showed up in the pool. I was like,
He was
"Oh my
in the- he
god,
was
that's
swimming in
great!"
that pool.
I could totally
It was
see
so good.
where they like focused everything. It was very
Yeah.
well done.
Yeah.
And we also got to see more of Bond as a character, which is something
Yeah.
that we don't really talk about in Bond
Yeah.
films.
Mm-hmm.
But we got to
His
see the
history,
grave
too.
of his parents. We got
Yeah.
to meet someone important to him. Although, like the rumor is that Albert Finley, I believe, played
Albert
the character.
Finney.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it was originally supposed to be. It was written for Sean Connery to play the role.
Which I don't know how I feel about that.
I feel like that would have
Yeah.
been a little weird.
It
I
would've
always
ta-
see
it
him as
would've taken
Indy's
me out of
father,
it.
so I can't really see him in a Bond movie too.
I always see him as Bond.
Wait, who do you see him as?
I see him as
father?
Indy's
father.
father.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean,
Because
I guess
that,
it
just
depends.
like more recently,
No,
like
no.
with his older, because when
Yeah,
he
yeah.
was younger, he was Bond, but he
Yeah.
doesn't look exactly like he did when he was Bond.
No,
So
no, no. And
Now I think of him
yeah.
as Indy's father.
And I'm okay with him not being in it, but it is almost a little. That was one thing that was a little odd. That like I've watched all the Bond films, I've read a bunch of the books, and I was like, who is this like character? Like, am I supposed to like recognize him right away? Because as a huge Bond film, I can't recognize him. But I still, it is so much fun. I cannot stress how enjoyable watching this
It really
film
is.
was.
It's been
I was giddy the
Should we
entire
just
time.
quickly talk about how awesome Javier Bardem was? In
Yes.
this movie?
Oh my God! I can't believe we haven't
I
mentioned
couldn't
one of the best
recognize
parts.
it
Best Bond
first.
villain. Bond
Incredible.
villains, if you think about it, the whole series, they're pretty weak.
He did a great job.
Like
Yeah.
all in all,
They can
there's
be.
not too many great Bond villains. But
I feel
he
like a
definitely
lot
is,
of
like-
movies have been
There's
kind
some.
of encroaching the more like
I mean,
make
let's say
the
there
villain a
isn't any.
better
Yeah.
character thing.
There-
Yeah.
Like ever since Heath Ledger
He was
and the
great.
Joker,
And I mean,
everyone has been trying
he
to
is
get
the
better
Joker.
villains.
He is the Joker for Bond. I
Yeah.
mean,
And
literally,
he's definitely
his plan is
influenced.
even like very similar to like the Joker, and you
They're
could
very
totally
matched.
feel. You could feel the whole Dark Knight element on this, which is funny because the Dark Knight is influenced by
Yeah.
Bond, so it's a little of
Yeah.
Batman Bond
Yeah,
mix.
Sam
It
Mendes
was
said he was influenced.
All over.
Yeah.
Great movie. Go see
incredible.
it.
Go
Definitely
see it.
great.
Bond is back, and it's better than ever. All right, now let's get on to our Netflix
Picks.
pick of the week. All right, so Andrew,
Go ahead.
what is your pick? What do you recommend that our viewers go home and watch on Netflix
What I
tonight?
recommend tonight,
Right now.
tonight,
Right
you're
now.
gonna go home and you're gonna watch Indie Game the movie. It's a documentary. It came out this past summer.
on my
I
queue.
believe.
I'm gonna see it.
It's amazing. I didn't watch it on Netflix. I actually bought it. Like it was like on Steam. I bought it. It was great.
yeah.
It follows 3 different video game developers, indie game developers. So there's Jonathan Blow who did Braid. There's Team Meat who did Super Meat Boy, and then there's Phil Fish who released Fez recently. And it follows the 3 of them kind of going through all those struggles. And what's great about this movie is you don't have to be into video games or want to be a game developer to be like inspired by it. I think it's a very universal film to anyone who has like an artistic passion.
Gotcha.
So definitely check it out.
Very
Awesome.
cool. What about you?
Cool. My pick is it's an older film. I'm going to recommend Paper Moon. It's a classic black and white film, and it is just your traditional con film. I really enjoy it. I like going back and watching classic films every now and then, and Paper Moon is definitely up there. I think it's just so much fun and enjoyable to watch, and it's just nice to have a good a nice con film. I really enjoy them, but there's this heartfelt quality to it that's not always there in like modern con films. So it's nice to go back and watch a good heist.
That's fun.
Yeah, what's
Very
your
cool.
recommend?
My recommendation is Amadeus. It's a movie that's based on Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, but it's from the perspective of a rival composer who is a huge part of Mozart's life. It's a beautiful movie. It's wonderfully acted. It's one of the only movies where both main characters got Oscar noms, and they both deserve it. One of them won. F. Murray Abraham as the rival composer wins, and you see Mozart in a whole new light. You get this view on his life that a lot of people haven't seen before. Costumes are gorgeous, acting's out of this world. On
I
Netflix,
can attest.
go
It's
see
a
it.
great movie.
It's so
I
good.
haven't seen it yet. I've seen like parts of it, but
see it.
I'll have to watch it all.
It's on Netflix.
Yeah, I'll definitely have to check it out. But I think that's all the time we have for today. So make sure to go out and see Skyfall and then watch these picks.
Yep.
See you guys.
Have a good day.
Yum.